Hello, this is Kate from dailytarotgirl.com, and this is your weekly tarot card reading. And for this week's reading, I am using the Chakra Wisdom Tarot by Tori Hartman. Okay, so while I'm choosing the cards for the week, I'm just going to let you know that I'm offering private tarot readings for the next week, so just for one more week, till January 31st. So if you are interested in getting a tarot reading from me, I'm going to put the link to where you can find out more info in the description box below this video. All right, so let's start with the first card. The first card represents Monday and Tuesday of the upcoming week. All right. I'm just gonna move my camera a little bit closer here. So we've got the Five of Wands, and the color of the card is blue, so it is associated with the throat chakra. So the throat chakra is all about communication and speaking your truth. So here we have the Five of Wands. Now the Five of Wands, there's a lot going on here, and it can come up when there's a bunch of cooks in the kitchen, when there's different people who have different agendas and ideas about how things should be done, and you all are kind of forced to work together and work things out. So this card can come up to symbolize minor squabbles that you may have with family or friends or in the workplace. It can come up if you're feeling kind of competitive, like you want to prove yourself or you want people to see things your way. But really, it's about not necessarily being on the same page as someone else, as having that experience, being somewhere where you have your own kind of vision or agenda and everyone else maybe has something different. So the key with this card, the advice that it's offering you, is at the beginning of the week, if you're noticing any discord in your relationships, think about how you're communicating, and the secret to creating harmony, whether it's in the workplace or in your relationship, is to find common ground with the other person or other people. If you can find a common goal, I don't know if you can hear that noise, I just realized my cat, she's sleeping right behind where I have my cards set up, and she's making like a weird snoring sound. It's like she's having a dream. Anyway, what was I saying? Yeah, you want to create harmony by finding the common goal or whatever common vision you have. What do you have in common with the people that you work with and the people your family members and the people you're friends with? And using that as the basis of your communication. So if you're wanting someone to see things your way, you have to first understand how they see things and how they want things, and then see how that matches up with what you're wanting, and use that as kind of the basis of communication this week. Okay, next card is for the middle of the week, so kind of like Wednesday, Thursday-ish. And here we have the Emperor. All right, so this is another blue card. So again, this is all about speaking your truth, kind of standing up for yourself, communicating clearly. And the Emperor is really what I consider to be a very independent card. This is about coming into your power, and again, it's about standing up for yourself, standing your ground, and not allowing others to really tell you what to do or to intimidate you. The Emperor is such a fiercely independent character, and he really is the maker of his own rules and the maker of his own destiny. No one is going to tell him what to do. He likes to feel like he's in control of things and that he is independent. And he has this almost a rebellious spirit. And this is the warning of this card is, are you rebelling against the people in your life or the systems just for the sake of rebelling because you like the way it feels? Or is there more behind your rebellion? Because sometimes we'll notice ourselves rebelling. Like I feel I'm like this. As soon as I feel like someone's telling me what to do, I try to find a way to not do that thing. And sometimes this has really served me well, and other times I just notice that I'm wasting a lot of energy rebelling against something that actually isn't in conflict with my values. I'm just doing it for the sake of rebelling. So that's the message I'm getting with this card is if you're going to be a rebel, don't waste it. Be intentional, be deliberate, and know why you're being a rebel. Like know why you're rebelling, know what you're rebelling against, and know why. And don't just do it for the sake of rebelling, because I think there's a lot of ego and trying to find our own identity that goes on when we rebel. Okay, so I'm going to come back to these cards, but I want to move on to the next card. And oh my goodness, the sun has come out and now my cards look really dark. Bear with me, I'm just going to close the curtain. It's always frustrating when the light, I don't know if that made a difference or not. It's always frustrating when the light changes mid-reading. Okay, so let's look at the last card. This is for the end of the week, so Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Okay, so here we have a beautiful bright yellow card, which corresponds to the solar plexus chakra. The solar plexus chakra has to do with our power and our will and our feelings of, a lot of feelings of and issues of control can come up in this chakra. So here we have the Three of Wands. Now, the Three of Wands is all about basically taking responsibility for your creations. This is about taking responsibility for your life and everything that you've done up until this point. So the Two of Wands, which comes before the Three of Wands, is all about deciding where you're going to direct your energy. It's about pausing to decide, okay, what's worth me putting my energy into? What should I put my energy towards? And the Three of Wands comes after the Two of Wands. So this is like the result of what happens, when you put your energy into particular things. This is like this is what is manifested. This is what comes back to you. So the advice of the Three of Wands is look around you at everything you've created and take responsibility for all of the good things. And when it comes to the bad things, blame that on other people. And I'm just kidding. I just wanted to make sure you were still listening. No, you want to take responsibility for everything in your life, even if part of you thinks that, oh, this isn't my fault. There is a certain power that comes from taking responsibility, because you're really acknowledging that you have the power to create things, even if you're creating unintentionally without realizing it. And once you come to this realization, this puts you on the path to really manifesting what you're wanting in your life. Once you recognize your own power, you can be more deliberate in how you direct your will and direct your energy. Okay, so I'm going to quickly summarize here. What I'm really getting is there's that strong throat chakra energy with these cards. So this is a week to really focus on communication. Don't be afraid to communicate clearly and directly with people. Don't be afraid to really find your voice here. Sometimes what happens if we've been cut off from finding our voice for so long and then we find it, it's like when little kids learn how to say no, and so then they just start saying it all the time. That's kind of what I was meaning when I was talking about rebelling just for the sake of rebellion. So you want to be careful you don't do that this week. So be intentional and responsible and deliberate when it comes to communicating and standing up for yourself. Don't just go crazy and go overboard with it. Be frugal, I guess, in the way, like make it count. Do high quality communication. If you're going to say no, make it a high quality no. You really have to mean it. And then towards the end of the week, there is this solar plexus chakra energy, which is about gaining a better sense of control. It's and this is funny, you can feel more in control of your life when you take responsibility for everything in your life. If you feel like a bunch of stuff in your life is other people's fault, it can feel like you don't have control over your life, and you can feel anxious and uneasy about things. So I think that's the message for the weekend is, celebrate the good things in your life, and take responsibility for all of it. Okay, I'm just going to look at these cards again. As always, I invite you, this guy looks like Ben Affleck. As always, I invite you to also contemplate these cards, and if there's anything that you want to share, please do so in the comment section. To me, I feel like this is a week of really kind of finding our power, finding our voice, and becoming more empowered in a really healthy way. I think there's going to be people that annoy us this week more than usual, and it's going to be up to us to really stand our ground and not let ourselves get pushed around, but also not to push back too hard. Like, I think the more centered you are and the more confident you are in yourself, the less you need to push back. Yeah. So if you have anything you want to add, feel free to do so in the comment section. My name is Kate. You can check out my website, dailytarotgirl.com. I've got all kinds of fun tarot learning resources and tarot tips and fun stuff on my website. So I'll put the link in the description box below this video. And if you like this video, make sure you like it and subscribe to my channel. I post these videos every week. So thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have a wonderful week.